Hi everybody! Welcome to Green Rose Spirituality. My name is Stephanie, and this is going to be a pick card called What is Amazing About You That the Universe Wants You to Know? Okay, so what inspired me about this, to do this pick a card, is there's a lot of heavy emotions in the world right now. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of sadness. And I just wanted to counterbalance it a little bit, play my part, put as much positivity out there as possible. I'm a big promoter of inner healing and, you know, really taking the steps to look at what you need to do to find your own inner happiness. I'm big into that. And also because I hate it when I repeat words all the time like that. I don't know if that is my Aquarius Mercury. I have no idea. But when it comes to talking really smooth, like, I kind of have a little bit of a hard time with that. So I appreciate your patience with how I'm able to speak my truths. So with this pick a card, I want it to be known that if you feel inclined to pick 2 piles or 3 piles, there is no limit to this. There is absolutely no limit. There could be a message in each pile that you need to hear. So if you want to listen from beginning to end to find out what it is that resonates with you, and sometimes when we do that, when we listen to the videos, the pick a card videos from beginning to end, and we had, say, 2 or 3 or even 1 pile in mind, but we just aren't sure if we trust our own judgment or trust ourselves with that. Sometimes listening to the whole video, you go, wow, yeah, you know what? I was right. And it helps you be more sure-footed with your own intuitive knowing. We all have intuitive knowing. We all have guides, loving guides that are around us all the time, every day. They do not judge us. They love us. They are there to help in any which way that they can. They are not there to save us from ourselves. We have free will. What we choose, there's consequences, and there's good consequences and there's bad consequences. And lessons are meant to be learned. Our whole lives is about lessons and learning. As soon as we're born, we learn how to feed. As soon as we're born, we learn how to, well, not as soon as we're born, but as we grow, we learn how to walk, how to talk, how to communicate, how to form sentences, how to interact with other people. We learn how to interact with animals, how to deal with situations. Like, life is all about progressive learning. So for those of you who are feeling kind of hard on yourselves right now, or are feeling like you're not on track or off balance or any of those emotions, try to see the lesson that is in them and try to see that everything that you need, every single thing that you need in order to make it through any difficulty that you encounter is within you. And you will find that when you are going through a hard time, that people will gravitate towards you, or they will come in and they will give you, a helping hand or some advice that you really needed to hear, or a different perspective. And we have free will, so how we choose to react to those situations, it shows us where we are in our own learning, in our own healing, in our own growth. And there is nothing that you do that is inherently wrong, because if you make a bad decision, And you learn from that. You end up learning from that. So if you look at others and you see how, they are making bad decisions or doing something wrong or anything like that, try not to concentrate too hard on what they are doing and let it affect your energies. This is also something I have been learning this past month. So I definitely want to talk about it and give this different perspective. Try not to let their energies into yours and mix up with yours and your own learning and your own healing process. And if you find that you are, most of the time when you do, it's because you're at this point of healing where you're recognizing, or soon to recognize, that how you feel towards this person is somewhat how you feel towards yourself. Everything is a mirror around us. And it's not necessarily, okay, I'm looking at this homeless person who is addicted to heroin and, left their family behind. And I'm not necessarily a mirror of that situation. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, how you feel towards that situation is the mirror towards yourself. So if you feel like, if you're looking at them and you're like, I can't believe that they would leave their family behind for drugs, like, that's a really shitty choice. That's really selfish. And they're sitting there homeless. Why don't they just get up and push harder and make the steps towards their own stability? And with the, like, pardon my French, I do swear, so if there's any kids around, please know putting headphones on is a really good idea. I'm trying to minimize my mouth. I really, really am. But, sometimes it just shoots out. But when it comes to how you're reacting to that situation, it's a mirror to your own self. So maybe you're feeling like you're not creating enough stability for yourself. Maybe you feel like you're not working hard enough. Or maybe you feel like you're judging yourself really harshly, but you feel the need to because it puts that fire under your ass to get you going. And these are all things that show where you need to look at and see where these feelings are come from, where they stem from, what got you to this place in your life that you feel this way about yourself, and how to release and let go so that you move through life with more of a flow, more of a lighter step, so that when hard times come, you don't fall, you don't let that devastate you to the depths of your being and fall and let that consume you. You end up growing that inner strength, that foundation inside, so that when these situations happen, you are able to move through them with more confidence and more faith and more understanding, and understanding that you're learning as you go. Nobody is born perfect and nobody dies perfect. We are all imperfect, and there's so much beauty in that. Like it's endless. It is completely endless. And if you're able to flip your viewpoint to start seeing the positivity and the beauty in the world, you will start to see the positivity and beauty within yourself. Especially for those who are struggling right now, struggling with anything that is hard and heavy on their heart. I'm taking a break from social media because I feel these things. I feel these things to the depths of my core, and sometimes I take on that energy within myself. I am still learning and I am still growing, and I accept that this is going to be the process for my whole life. And I'm loving it. Each moment of stress and chaos, or any negative feelings, it really shows me stuff, and I'm seeing things more and more and more because I've been very dedicated to having happiness in my life, you know? And for those who are wanting the same thing, I just want to let you know, this is hard for me to speak about, but I went through a really, 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 really hard time. I fell so hard on my ass that I felt hopeless and helpless and like nothing was ever going to change. And I saw in the world what I saw in myself. And it was so much hurt and so much pain and devastation and trauma. So much trauma. And we don't talk about this with each other because we aren't raised this way. Society doesn't teach us to do this. And right now we're in a society where we have to learn to do this for ourselves. And I can tell you that I have been doing this for myself. And I have gotten to a place in my life where I don't want to die, where I have dreams and I'm fulfilling them, where I wake up and I feel peace and I feel happiness deep, deep inside. And it took falling really, really, really hard and slowly getting back up to get to this point. So if you are in the process of being, on your ass right now, I just really want you to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. What you are going through right now is some massive, massive learning. And I really, from my heart to yours, deeply, deeply, deeply want you to know that the process that you are going through right now, even though it might feel hopeless and helpless, hold on, keep going, keep putting one step in front of the other, because you are going through a process right now that is going to, when you come out of it, it is going to help you in your life exponentially. You can't even fathom the amount of amazingness that is going to come out of this journey. It's incredible. And I hope you hold on to my words with that, or I hope that you find within yourself your own perseverance, your own hope. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep going, okay? Find that love inside of yourself and put it towards yourself. When you put love towards yourself, then when you fill your own cup, you go through the healing, you go through the lessons, you go through what you need to, then you are able to help others with their own cup, to be what you want to be for others, okay? So that was a spiel and a half. I don't even know where that came from, but I really feel like it needed to be said. So take what resonates and drop what doesn't. And that goes with the cards as well. Whatever pile that you take, maybe some stuff will resonate with you and other stuff won't, but that other stuff will resonate with somebody else. Okay, so take what resonates, drop what doesn't. I will have the timestamps below for each pile. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And down below, if you feel like you resonate with me or you want a personal reading through me, I have my website down below so you can kind of check out what I have to offer, my price range. I am going to be staying at this price range for quite some time. As I grow and as I learn, I also want to be affordable to those who I might be able to get messages to, okay? So you will not see my prices go up. I am not doing this for money. I'm doing this as my career and as this is my dream job, to be able to get messages to others. This is my dream job. So I'm putting a lot of passion and heart into this. When I do get money for this, when somebody does pay for my services, it helps me be able to focus all of my energy into my passions, into this career that I have chosen that makes my heart happy. And it helps me to help others, because that is definitely my own calling. And this is how I'm going about it. So if you want a reading from me, send me an email, okay? If you feel like maybe one of the options that I have is too expensive for you right now, and you're needing some help, and you can't afford that thing that you see, one of the services that I have to offer, send me an email and we will work something out, okay? I am not greedy when it comes to money. I just want to help, okay? So one thing that I am going to ask for, and I ask this, it's very difficult for me to ask for help, but I'm doing so more and more. And how I am choosing to ask for help is to like and subscribe to my channel, like my videos and subscribe to my channel. The more people that do this, the more my videos get seen by others outside of my Green Rose Spirituality group on Facebook. It helps to be seen, you know, through YouTube, to help. There's messages that somebody could be really needing to hear. And the more subscribes I get, the more people come to see my messages. And what I put on my what I put on my YouTube is free content. So I want this to reach whoever it needs to go to. You know, if somebody needs to hear a positive message or two, I really want it to get to them. So the more people that like and the more people that subscribe, the more this reaches, okay? So I am asking for help. Please hit like and please subscribe to my channel. And I thank you deeply, deeply for this, okay? Okay, so let's get into the cards. You will see that I'm going to fast forward through this part. It's just because I'm moving the cards away and just saving some time, okay? Okay, for my pile number 1. This is the angelite. It's a very pretty stone. Helps with the throat chakra. This is nice. Okay, so for this pile, I'm getting a lot of strong energy, like inner strength is strong, because you could be the type of person who takes a leap of faith. The Fool card talks about you get to the end of, you know, all of this whole thing of lessons and life and growth and all these things, and then you get to the end of the road and the next phase is about to start, and it talks about, you know, jumping off, even though you don't see everything that is, you know, coming towards you or that you're going to experience. You jump off that cliff, you take a leap of faith. So I feel like you guys are kind of like go-getters. You guys are fearless. Fearless. You know, you understand that when something ends, you need to, and you have the letting go and the new beginnings. And that with the Fool card, that's huge. That's huge. So when things are coming to an end, you're able to recognize that it's coming to an end and move on, move forward, start something new. So like say you're in a job and you see that it's not really fulfilling you. It's not giving you what you were looking for, or you already learned what you needed through that job and it's time to move on and move forward. You might not see what you need to, or you might not see what the future holds, but you move forward. You take that leap of faith and you start the new beginnings and you take the steps needed to start that process. And with the Hanged Woman in reverse, like these cards are so beautiful. The Hanged Woman in reverse, it talks about somebody who puts themselves in that needing to take a step back and have a perspective, like a different perspective, look at things differently. So I feel like you are the type of person that when you're moving forward through life and you know that you need to go from this onto this, you might take a little pause and see what it is that you're letting go of. And then you're able to move forward and move on. And positively, I'm getting a lot of positive energy with this. I feel like you have a way of dealing with people in such a sensitive way that when you see somebody having a hard day, that you're able to go up to them and maybe give them a different perspective or give them an ear or some time. I feel compassionate energy coming through here. I'm feeling like you have, it's interesting. I'm getting wisdom, but I'm also getting innocence. Because the Fool is kind of like an innocent energy coming through, but that doesn't mean that it's like child innocent. It's like they have the wisdom of the knowledge and experiences and lessons that you have learned up to this point. But you have that sweet innocence about you where you're not going to carry that forward in a negative way. You're going to carry it forward and try to spin it in a positive, loving, compassionate way. And I feel like when it comes to other people's emotions, you're really observant of them. You can sense their emotions. So this could be, an intuitive person, a very sensitive person at the very least. But it's almost like you could feel their emotions and you know almost how to help them feel a little bit better. You might not be able to fix all their problems, but if you see that somebody is sad, I feel like you're the type of person that you go up to them and you give them a hug. And you say, I see you. I see that you're frustrated. I see that you're having a bad day. I see that things are, emotionally hard for you right now. And I'm here to listen if you need an ear, or I'm here to give you a hug. Everything's going to be okay. I feel like that is the type of personality that you have. Like you are able to put yourself in check when needed. And look at things from a different perspective, especially when you're dealing with somebody who's really cranky. Some people might be like, oh, this person's being a bitch. But you might be like, I wonder what's going on with this person that is making them feel this way, where they are reacting outwardly. And you might be able to sit there and feel out what they need from you in order to feel a little bit better. And I also feel like you have an understanding that people will go through these emotions and you can't solve it for them. But you can't, I don't even know if that's not even a word. Anyways. But you are able to understand that sometimes a little bit of positivity thrown at them, it goes a long way. And I also feel like that has been done to you and it has made an impact, so much so that you carry it forward, okay? That's beautiful. That is very beautiful. I like this energy. This energy feels fresh. It feels new. It feels fun even. Okay, so I wanted to give a little extra to each pile. This is for pile number 1. Any extra messages that they need to hear, please? I just got lighthearted. You guys might be the type to be very lighthearted. Okay. Anything for my pile number 1s? You are being guided by unseen forces. Have faith, all is well. And the Fool card talks about having faith, taking a leap of faith, having hope. Anything else for my pile number 1s? You are in control of your own destiny. Awesome. It's a beautiful message. You are in control of your own destiny. And I feel like you're aware of that you're able to step back and see that you are in control. That's awesome. Okay, so that is it for my pile number 1s. Okay, so this is for pile number 2 with the rose quartz. I'm getting a lot of energy. Okay. So I feel like for pile number 2, that when times get hard, when they get tough, instead of reverting to like losing your mind, I feel like you're able to find a balance. Like you're able to see the negative, recognize it. You know, I'm not saying that it doesn't stress you out, but you see it and you recognize it, and you're able to flip it into something positive. And I feel like when it comes to communication, that you're really careful and cautious with what you say. And that you take your time in certain situations. You're very calm in those situations. I also feel like you're very understanding. When it comes to dealing with people who are very negative, very mean, almost like a bully energy. It's almost like you see that energy and one or two things, you know to stay away from it, but you also understand that it comes from somewhere. It comes from somewhere. When somebody is acting like that, it comes from somewhere. I also feel like when it comes to people who are coming in and they're trying to use you or to be fake almost, that you're kind of able to see it almost like a mile away. And you know what you need to do to keep your own balance, and you do so. That is something that you're proud of, and maybe you don't really recognize that you do that you do see, you know, I swear to God, this sink is gonna drive me crazy. You see it takes a really kind, compassionate, caring person to be able to see that some people act out really hard and heavy when they're in a place of turmoil. And you're able to understand that. It doesn't necessarily mean that you put yourself in these positions or in situations or, you know, where you're going to be directly affected by it, because you have a way of letting it roll off your shoulders, letting it go, keeping your own balance, finding a positive to the negative, because you're so understanding, very understanding. You understand that people go through cycles. You yourself have gone through cycles. And people do what they need to do when they're doing it for their own reasons, for their own lessons, for their own growth. And maybe you don't recognize the whole depth to it, but you just naturally are this person. I feel like you're really accepting. Like if you see somebody who is an alcoholic, or you see somebody who is a little rough around the edges, or, you know, somebody who doesn't bathe on a regular basis, and, you know, it's uncomfortable for people to be around them, that you are really accepting of these people that are going through their own life, that you are able to deal with these situations in a calm way, in an understanding way. You're very flexible with that way of thinking. You're very flexible with the people. You understand that we're all unique, we're all individual, and we're all going through different things that is unique to us. And you just accept people, you know, no matter the race, no matter no matter their religion, no matter their beliefs, any of that. You just accept them. You don't necessarily throw yourself in all the situations, but you see everybody as an equal, that you are no better or no worse than they are. And that takes a really humble kind of person. That is a beautiful way to feel. I'm very happy for you that you have this just deep within you. Also, when it comes to situations, I feel like if there's any delays, you have this calm demeanor about you. So say you're wanting to, for some reason, purchasing a house is coming to mind, and, you know, maybe saving money isn't going as fast as you thought it would, but you're kind of calm about it. You're like, this is just the way it is, and this is okay. And, or say that you put a bid on a house and you didn't get that bid, and you really want, you know, out of your current situation, but you understand that everything happens, you know, when it's supposed to happen. It's almost like that calm demeanor, that calm, balanced way of thinking, turning a negative into a positive. You have a very beautiful heart. Very beautiful heart. And you let people see it. You don't need to announce it to the world because you're a very humble person. You have a very beautiful heart. These two cards right here, green and pink, our heart chakra color is actually pink. People, like, it's green and pink. So when I see pink and when I see green, and blue is the throat chakra, that's right there. Like, you know when to use your voice, but you also know when not to. Very big understanding energy coming from this pile. I'm personally really liking sitting in this energy. And I hope that if this is your pile that you chose and it resonates with you, leave it in the comments. Let me know. This is really, really lovely. Lovely, lovely. And it was the heart chakra stone too. The rose quartz, that's for the heart. What beautiful energy. That was lovely to tap in. Now I'm just going to use my other little deck of cards just for some extra little messages that pile 2 may need to hear. Extra added goodies. For pile number 2, please. Take the first step, begin it now. So for whoever needs to hear that, Take the first step. Begin it now. Be open to receiving. You do receive. You do deserve to receive. Interesting. I feel like you have so much love and understanding to give. Understanding that you are also worth getting it back is something for you to focus on right now. For whoever this resonates, this feels like new love. Some kind of new love is trying to come in, or there's love there that it's safe for you to grow within it. For whoever that resonates, that could be a specific message just for one or two people. Anything else for my pile number 2s? So, believe in your own inner power. You have what it takes to achieve your goals. You got this. That's beautiful. So I hope that resonated with my pile number 2s. If you want a personal reading, my email address is down below. Send me a message. And if not, I hope that you enjoyed this. And I hope you have a beautiful day. So this is going to be for pile number 3. And this is the Aura Quartz. So pretty. It almost shows like rainbow colors. If you get it on the right angle. Anyways. Let's see. Pile number 3 has lots. Okay. So we have the 5 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Wands in reverse, the 6 of Cups in reverse, and the 6 of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Cups. So if any of you guys have a lot of 6s or a lot of 9s or them together, that could just be the validation that you need, that this is the pile for you. I feel like a lot of inner work is being done for whoever picked pile number 3. I'm getting the energy of, if you were an argumentative person, that you're working really hard to get out of that kind of energy. And also, that you are more wanting to lean towards like the resolution, kind of compromise energy. That you would rather go about things that way than to really fight it out with people. And that takes a lot of strength, a lot of reservation. I also feel like when it comes to negative situations, that you don't tend to stay in them for very long. You'll walk away from it. If you do find yourself in an argument, you're the type of person that feels bad about it and will work on finding a resolution. Oh, sorry. That came out of nowhere. So if somebody has allergies, could be another validation. Yeah, I feel like if you fight with somebody, it doesn't make you feel very good. And you'll want to fix it. You will take the steps towards fixing it. Ownership. I just heard ownership. You'll take ownership. That takes emotional maturity. And that is something that a lot of people do not have. And it is a great skill to have. I'm actually really liking the energy that is coming through for pile number 3. And then for the 9 of Wands, what I'm feeling is even when you're tired and you feel like giving up, you don't. You don't. You keep going. And it's because of this inner stubbornness that you have that keeps you putting one foot in front of the other. I am getting a feeling of stress from this pile, and I feel like when you encounter that, you take the steps needed to move past it. No matter how long or how fast, you do that. You like getting along with other people more than you dislike it. And I am getting a feeling I'm getting a feeling of somebody who is intellectually smart, sensitive, feeling, and has just enough of that spark inside of them, and that is what really pushes you through hard times. It's that inner strength. With the 6 of Cups, I feel like a lot of the stuff that you are moving through, especially with the heart healing card, is stuff that is childhood based. And if that doesn't resonate, then it is past relationship based. And I feel like you're taking the time to move past the hurts and the traumas that you have endured to move forward in life. With that inner strength. I also feel like when it comes to certain situations, if your heart is in it, even though it's really difficult and you feel like you should move away from it or leave it or walk away. So I'm getting kind of like a career or job vibe from this one. Even though this job or career, it could be a relationship, but I'm feeling more career. even though this career, this job might be really fucking difficult, you might be like, you know, sometimes I just want to be done with this bullshit and move along. And, you know, with that frustration, I feel like you push past that and you keep persevering in it, and you keep on getting and gaining the rewards. And that's why you keep on staying. And that's amazing. Where most people might give up and be like, no, this is way too fucking hard. You stay. You stay and you put your energy into it, and you work through it, and you work past it. Because you're so good with compromising and finding resolutions and dropping what doesn't work and picking up what does. And you have that inner strength to continue to move forward. And even if you feel, you know, really stressed out, and you keep going. And then we have the Nine of Cups. I am getting the feeling of you understand that inner strength, that inner happiness, it comes from within. It comes from you. And you have to work through your own stuff. You are not scared of hard work. It might not be the funnest, the lessons that you have gone through. It might have been some hardships there, but you continue to get up and conquer them, however slow or however fast. I am feeling a lot of growth with this person or people. Well, people, obviously. I feel like all the lessons that you are learning within this spectrum that is shown in this card reading, that it is really helping with the heart healing, really helping with healing traumas, and really showing you how fucking strong you are. And healthy body. I'm getting two messages from this one. I'm getting, with some of you, this is an adventure for you to take that is going to help you even further along, especially when you're dealing with frustrations and tiredness and, you know, anything like that. I feel like if you focus on healthy food, healthy living, clean living, exercising, taking self-care, taking time for yourself, going for walks, you know, getting your butt outside and going for a walk around the block or a walk up the street and then back down. And then for others, I feel like you have been doing this and you have been putting the effort in, and the universe recognizes this and is saying, good job, keep going. You know, this is all working out in your favor, and it's helping you with your heart healing. And that's incredible. You're a very strong person, and you persevere. You push past. You might fall on your ass, but you get right back up. And you keep going. So these are some extra little cards that I'm doing for each pile. Just for pile number 3, please. Whoop. this came out in the previous pile. So if pile number 2 resonated with any of you guys, I can't even remember what pile number 2 was about. But if pile number 2 resonated with you, check out that video. If it didn't, then, you know, just like I said at the beginning, take what resonates and drop what doesn't. This is for pile number 3, please. These are hard to shuffle. Anything else my pile number 3s need to hear? Any extra little bibettes for them? For my pile number 3. Ooh, lots. Simplify your life and the answer you seek will appear. You are being guided by unseen forces. Have faith, all is well. Yeah, for those who resonated with pile number 2, every day is a new beginning. Okay, so for whoever that resonates with, and that's it for my pile number 3s. If you guys want a personal reading at any point in time, my email is below. Send me a message, okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, pile number 3. Okay, so this is for pile number 4, and this is with the aquamarine. It's a very, very pretty stone. It's beautiful, actually. And I'm getting emotions. This is a pile that has lots of emotions. Okay, let's see. There's lots of cards in this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can get them all out. Okay. This is standing out to me very much. So is this one. These are the major arcana. I feel like you are a logical type of person, that you're calm and logical. This is the Emperor and then the Empress. They really show like the mother energy and the father energy. Now, this is not gender specific, so it's just talking about strong masculine energy, and the masculine energy does tend to be more logical compared to emotional. But it doesn't mean, you know, emotional is a bad thing. Emotions are beautiful. So I feel like you take on the energy of somebody who likes to, and right below, I wanted to say teacher. Somebody who has learned a lot in their life, and take what you have learned and you take that and you maybe teach it, or you explain it, or give different perspectives to people from your own experiences. And I feel like you do it in such a logical, calm way that it actually gets people to hear you and to understand where you're coming from. I feel like you affect more people than you realize in positive, strong ways. This is a very strong energy that's coming through. And then we have the Star. So speaking of emotions, it's almost like you have both of them. The Star is somebody who is intuitive. You know, you have a deep sense of faith, and you have a deep sense of faith in the positive lessons, in learning things that are, I'm having a hard time wording this. You have a compassionate way of being there for people, but you do it in such a logical, calm, loving way that you are respected. And I feel like for those of you who resonate with this, I think that some of you don't really realize the positive impact that you have in those around you because you are this type of person. You work hard at your stability. You work hard at your job. You work hard at saving money, having a home, having a family, or those are goals that you're working hard towards. And you sit in that strength. You know it. And the universe wants you to know, you know, good freaking job. It's almost like without knowing it, you have become to the people around you a voice of reason through experience. And you do it in such a compassionate, big-hearted way. But to you, it's logical. And you don't see how it's actually intuitive. And it comes from a deep emotional place. But I feel like that deep emotional place is like an emotionally mature place through experiences. The Star card also talks about somebody who is kind of a dreamer. You know, you might be the type of person to dream of infinite possibilities to things. You might be able to see different things, different ways of doing things in a compassionate but logical way. And I feel like with that logicalness, with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you don't let yourself get fully involved in situations that you already know will not serve you. You will be kind and compassionate and logical and give advice. You know, you'll be that kind teacher. But it doesn't mean that you start to get right involved in those situations. And that also goes along with that emotional maturity. Strong emotional strength and feeling it. I feel like you have more courage about you than you even realize you have. And in that courage, you are able to create abundance around you in the sense of, how do I word this one? Just need to drink my tea. Like this abundance is coming in the form of respect. There it is. I feel like you have interesting. I feel like you have this sexual attraction about you that you don't even realize that you have. Like that undercover, confident man or woman feeling. Oh, how do I explain this? It's almost like you're very sexy and appealing and you don't even know it. You have no idea how much you are. And it's almost like you're growing more and more into that. And you have this peacefulness about you that others really gravitate towards, and it really goes into helping you look even more appealing. And then inner child. Okay, so something that I got from here as well a little bit earlier, but I didn't see it anywhere else. And this, I wasn't even looking at it. I got playfulness. I got some playfulness. So if you're kind of like a lighthearted personality, or you have that lightheartedness, keep on doing that. Do that. Whoever you whatever gender you resonate with, you know, the whole spectrum. I feel like you're really lighthearted and playful, and it comes from a place like the rose quartz is the heart, right? And the inner child energy that I'm getting is like a playful, loving, happy, exciting, funny. But then you're also, you know, that logical, kind teacher and compassionate and intuitive, and you create respect for yourself, and you're cautious with where you put your energies while still being this person. I feel like you don't shy away from public, especially with the Emperor, and the Star card might be a little bit more of an introvert, but the Emperor is not. I feel like that confidence really makes you appealing. Very appealing. Neat. This is a fun pile. I was a little overwhelmed because it was huge, but it was a fun pile to read. And then with this is just extra added little messages for whoever needs to hear them. I have been thinking that whatever pops out is for specific people. So if it resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, just take what does and drop what doesn't, okay? So this is for pile number 4. Ooh. Focus on your dreams. Allow the power of manifesting to start now. I'm going to take them, and whoever needs to hear the messages, okay? You are being guided by unseen forces. Have faith, all is well. That came up in 2 other readings. What goes around comes around. Have faith that the energy that you give out, you know, you are deserving of having that come back towards you, okay? So if you've been feeling I'm getting this kind of like a sliver of energy right now where it's like, you know, I am this kind, compassionate person, and yeah, I have all these great things about me, but, you know, like, where is that next piece of the puzzle to my next, that piece of my pie that is going to make me feel a little bit more complete? Maybe a partner. Be open to receiving. You do deserve to receive. Life is too short. Focus on what you can achieve, not on what you haven't. take time out for yourself. Take some time for yourself. I'm getting a feeling of somebody who, you know, like with the Emperor card, he stands in that throne and he's there from morning to night, morning to night, morning to night. Take a break, take a vacation, take some time to yourself, you know. Take some you time. And then you are a being of the universe. Feel the connection. You are never alone. You are never alone, and you are so loved. Okay, so I hope that resonated. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I always appreciate that. And if you want a personal reading from me, my email is down below, okay? Bye, pile number 4s. I hope you have a nice day. Hi, Pile 5. So this is the blue lace agate. Your agate, however they pronounce it. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can see. It's so pretty. So let's see. What does Pile 5 have? Lots. Ooh. Sorry, I need to drink my tea. Okay. Okay. So I am getting, especially with the labradorite, for some reason, I'm getting somebody who is cautiously very intuitive. For whoever that resonates with. I'm getting kind of like a shy, quiet vibe. I'm getting somebody who stands in their own strength, their own independence. Like if you are wherever you're at in the world right now, whether it be in a marriage, in a relationship, single, you know, in any kind of situation, I feel like if you were to be taken out of that situation and placed in another one, you are so independent that you aren't going into these situations with the need of others to grow, although that is a slow part of our process. My ear just started ringing. I am getting somebody who is a little bit of a quieter, almost shyer personality. Like they don't like being in the public eye so much. You guys do the self-reflection, and that helps you grow and be independent the way that you need to, the way that you feel comfortable doing. And that's not to say that if you're in a relationship, you're completely independent of them. It means that you would be okay in a relationship or out of a relationship, that you have everything that you need. And that's quite amazing. And to be able to reflect on what you have, how you got it. I feel like you are a type of energy that is really appreciative, that you're intuitive, that even though you have this shyer type personality, you have no problem taking action and moving forward because you have that independent streak in you. I almost feel like when it comes to situations around you, it's almost like if something stressful is going on, or if there's a fight going on, or if there's, bickering or disagreements or anything like that, that you're able to kind of diffuse that situation. That might be one of the things that you're really good at, is diffusing negative situations. Or that you are able to, if you encounter somebody who's kind of really defensive and, cranky or angry or just, defensive, you're able to kind of break down their defenses and make it more of a amicable situation for you and them. And I feel like they really appreciate that you do that. And that coming through this reading right now is their way of saying thank you. I also feel like you know that you have what you want and need in life. And if you don't, you know how to get it. So it's almost like you are able to manifest those comforts for other people that are around you, that are really close to you. I'm getting a lot of feeling of, you're not friends with everybody, but the small, tight group that you have, they're very special to you. And what you have, you share with them. I am getting a married vibe through this. Somebody who's married and strong, but quiet or shy. They just don't like being in the spotlight. It's almost like it's so busy, it causes stress and anxiety, and you're really good with what you have around you. And what you have around you, you really appreciate. And Mother Earth coming through with that kind of energy that's coming through. And there's a lot of green right here. I feel like you're very connected to Mama Gaia, and either you know it or you really don't know it. And if you don't know it, that grounding feeling that you do, that being able to create your stability and share it with others, and being mindful of your energy and where you give it out to, like that's a lot of Mama Gaia energy coming through. And then this is a labradorite stone that I have, and it almost looks green. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful, and they shine in the light. It's easier to see in person. But this is a stone that talks about, psychic abilities and connectivity. And I am getting intuitive person through this, very much so. And I feel like you guard yourself, but you guard those that you love as well. You're protective. So for whoever that resonates with, and that's really cutesy energy, by the way. Really, really cutesy energy. Like, I just picture kind of like this short person who's like short, but mighty, but like still quiet, but like makes impacts with those that are around them that they choose in really loving ways. It's really, really sweet energy. I'm going to pull a couple of cards, see what comes out. So this is for pile number 5, just to add on. These are not the easiest cards to shuffle, so it looks really awkward. Trying. Pile number 5, please. Any cards for pile number 5, please? For the people who chose pile number 5, I am feeling like some of these cards are coming out and it's for individual people, so it might not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates and drop what doesn't, okay? Ooh. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your guides. Your guides love to help you. So your spiritual team, and I do feel like this is a person who's understanding of the spiritual realm or is becoming aware of it. Stop worrying. Your desires are manifesting. Tell a loved one how much they do truly mean to you. It's better to tell them while they are among the living. Okay. I feel like there's another one that's trying to come out. I'm going to take it. Seeing a butterfly is confirmation that your nature spirits are working with you. You are in control of your own destiny. Okay? So for whoever that resonates with, if I resonate with you and you want a personal reading, my email is down below, okay? I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, pile number 5. Hi, pile number 6s. So this is with the rutilated quartz. It is one of my favorites. It has these slivers in it. You really got to see it in person in order to see the beauty of it. Anyways, so this is for pile number 6. Let's see what you got. Okay, so you're the type of person how do I put this into words? You have so many skills that you have learned throughout your life. And I don't think that you realize how many skills you actually have and how it could really benefit you if you tap into them. I also am getting that these skills that you have, it's almost, how do I explain this? You have the skills to create what you need. So it's almost like, Okay, so I need this to happen. So then you work on creating that to happen, and it happens. Whatever emotions, whatever energy you put towards something, you're able to create it. This is a manifesting card. And I feel like you guys are starting to realize that with those emotions, those negative emotions that you have created through those, and that you are able to create different things, different paths, and that you're starting to learn to trust in yourself, and you're working really hard at growing your dreams. You know, I feel like your dreams, two messages. I feel like your dreams are, okay. One is your dreams. You're getting a lot of messages in your dreams, like a lot of messages. Whoever this is resonating for, this could be for a specific person, but I feel like you're getting a lot of very active dreams, and you're remembering them, and you're not able to totally make sense of them. I am going to totally recommend that you go on Google and you Google the meanings of things. So if you see a bat, if you see a pine tree, if you see, you know, like Google the meanings of these things, and you'll be able to slowly figure out what your dreams are meaning. But I feel like your guides are really strongly trying to talk to you through your dreams. And for whoever is aware of this, when I say guides, you know what I'm talking about. So for whoever that resonates, your dreams are trying to tell you something. This is an outside message from, you know, what this pick-a-pal is about. So for whoever needs to hear that message, start writing down your dreams and doing the research to see what they are saying, because your guides are trying to get through to you, okay? Woo. So, and then for the rest of y'all, you guys have dreams that you are really working on, and the universe is recognizing that, and you're starting to trust in the universe and trust in yourself. And then with the 10 of Cups in reverse, I strongly feel like with the dreams and this cup, that is something you are trying really, really hard to grow and manifest. And that is, you know, a family, a wife, children, the house with the white picket fence, you know. And if that image doesn't appeal to you, then what it is that appeals to you, you are trying to manifest that. So that could be, you know, you're trying to manifest your perfect job, your perfect career, your perfect, you know, romantic opportunity. Some people don't want to get married, and that's perfectly okay. Some people don't want kids, and that's perfectly okay too. But that, what you dream of, what you are working towards, you know, in a partnership with somebody, that is something that is what you are really manifesting and working on right now. And you do have all the skills that you need in order to manifest this. I'm also getting a lot of Gemini energy through this one. Definitely Gemini energy through this one. It's almost like you are the type of person who, that doesn't mean that you are a Gemini. If you are a Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, awesome. If not, it just denotes to the energy. And the energy of Gemini is somebody who really multitasks, you know, a lot of different things. They like to keep very busy. They like to keep very into different things. They get very curious about something, and they like to see how it works, and they like to play with trinkets and ideas. And, you know, with technology, they're the type of kids where they will take apart the VCR only to put it all back together just to see how everything works. And that is part of their skill set. And with the Magician card, I feel like whoever is watching this pile right now, that you have a big skill set, that you have done a lot of this. You're like the jack of all trades. You have a lot of useful skills that you can use, you know, and I feel like you're a taskmaster. So when you set out to do something, say these 3 things, you'll do them. And that's, you know, I don't carry that energy, so I'm really envious of this one. You really, really want to create the stability of that. And I feel like you might not see it right now, but you are growing. You are growing. I feel like some of you're really starting to see that you're growing out of situations that don't serve you. And you're starting to trust the universe, but you're also starting to learn to trust yourself. And you're letting yourself dream. You're letting yourself dream of what is important to you. And you're working towards manifesting that for yourself. And then I'm just going to pull some cards from here. I feel also like you are how do I explain this feeling? Trust is hard for you, but deep, deep down inside, you are that type of person where you do want to be somebody that can be trusted and somebody that can trust. And then the other message I'm getting for this card is somebody who is very trusting, either trusting of others or trusting of themselves. I feel like this is something that is growing continually, though. This is jumping out to me. You are being guided by unseen forces. Have faith, all is well. So this is for pile number 6, please. Any extra little messages that pile number 6 needs to hear, please and thank you. Like an eagle, it is your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fail. Fuck fear. Whoever needed to hear that, fuck fear. It is your time to soar. It is your time to rise above. Trust. Focus on your dreams. Interesting. Allow the power of manifesting to start now. Boom. There you go. Like, focus on your dreams. Allow the power of manifesting to start now. Awesome. So that is it for my pile number 6s. I hope that resonated. If you want to leave me a comment, I greatly appreciate that. I do enjoy reading them. Even if it's a private message as well. That's cool too for the people who are in my Facebook group. If you are in need of a personal reading, my email address is below, okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Much love to you. Bye. Hi, my pile number 7s. And this is with the amethyst. Let's see what you got. Ooh. Last but not least, and I think you guys might have the most cards. I might be wrong. Okay. Ooh. I'm definitely getting an empath vibe from here, just so you know. Pile number 5 also popped into my head. I don't remember the piles that I just did. I continue going. When you get intuitive messages, it just flows through you, and it's not something that you keep in your mind very, like it's rare that I remember a pile. I'll have to go and re-watch the piles in order to remember what was said during them. It's wild. But awesome. 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 There's some really good energy coming through here. I feel like for some of you, you have gone through some hardships, and that is coming to an end. With others of you, you're working really hard at building your foundations, working towards building up your finances, working towards paying down your debts, and you're being really diligent in this, and really, you know, and that's awesome. Like, I also feel like some of you have been, I talk about that inner voice quite a bit, that inner talk. I feel like you guys are starting to realize how you're your own worst critic, and you're flipping it and you're changing it. And I also feel like you're starting to let some people in. And yeah, I feel like you guys are at the end of something really hard that you've been going through. And I feel like for some of you, you've been going through it for a while. And you guys are starting to forgive, and you're starting to make some choices that are for yourself, better choices for yourself. And you're doing forgiveness for others, but also forgiveness for yourself. And you're finding your own inner balance. And you're also finding, wow, that you are in charge of healing yourself. That you have everything that you need in order to heal yourself. And you're starting to do this for yourself. And I'm kind of getting the vibe of somebody who's awake. And if you understand what that means, then that message is for you. Ancient wisdom, that coming through when it comes to our ancestors. Okay, so we learn through living our own lives, but our ancestors have as well. And all that knowledge gets pushed forward. And I feel like you're starting to tap into this knowledge, this inner knowledge, this outer knowledge, just this ancient wisdom. And it's almost like it's all around you, and you're starting to really clearly see it. And that cycle of not being able to see it, and that hardship is starting to fade away, and you're tapping into this wisdom. I just heard crystalline, so for whoever that resonates with, and you're making choices that are for you, for yourself, for your own happiness, for your own growth. You are making choices to have a better inner voice. You're making choices to leave situations that no longer serve you. You are making choices to grow your own stability and grow and make things happen for yourself. And forgiving yourself for what you couldn't do before because you can now. And forgiving others. Like, this is huge, 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 huge right here. And you're finding a balance within yourself, a balance without yourself, a balance outside of yourself, so around you. This is quite beautiful. I'm also getting the feeling of you are the type of person who is very forgiving and very balanced because you're a healer and you have this ancient wisdom about you that you care for. If you've been told that you are an old soul, I'm really getting the vibrations of that. And it's almost like you're stepping into the light, your own light. You're stepping into your own power. I'm getting that you've learned some lessons. Some people have put you in some hard places, but it's almost like you're flipping that and like, okay, so I'm not going to follow these people because I know that I can follow myself. I can make my own judgment calls. I don't need to rely on other people to make these judgment calls because I have that wisdom within me. And I'm able to make better choices because of what I have learned. That is what I'm getting for pile number 7. And the end of this cycle, like whatever it was that you were going through, it is done. It is done. And what lies ahead for you is quite beautiful because you are listening to your own inner judgments, your own inner guidance system. And because you are being cautious of the choices that you are making and finding balance and forgiveness. This is so beautiful. I feel like I just want to tell you, take a deep, deep breath. Inhale really, really slow. Hold it in. And then when you let it out, let out all of that stress that you have gone through. Let it out, let it go. Because what is coming towards you is awesome because you are working really hard at it. You flipped the script. You flipped it because you learned. Wow. You are stronger than you could ever imagine. You are more loved than you could ever imagine. Keep striving forward. These are intuitive messages for whoever this resonates. Keep striving forward towards your goals and creating that foundation and letting go of that inner voice that was, kind of criticizing your own self. Keep moving forward with these positive choices, movements, and the forgiveness and the balance. Keep tapping into that ancient wisdom. You're a very strong person. You have everything that you need within you. Everything is going to be all right. Whew. Okay. So I hope that resonated with whoever picked pile number 4. Please let me know down in the comments. And these are just extra little messages. Take what resonates, drop what doesn't. I feel the feeling that I'm getting from these cards is that they're coming out possibly for specific people who need to see them. So if it doesn't resonate with you, drop it like it's hot and move on. And if it does resonate with you, awesome. So for pile number 7, I keep on wanting to say 5. So maybe pile number 5 might be connected to you. I don't know. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of this reading. No clue. Okay, last time. Pile number 7. You are a being of the universe. Feel the connection. You are never alone. Seeing a butterfly is confirmation that your nature spirits are working with you. Even if you see a butterfly on TV, because where I live it's winter, there ain't no butterflies around. Peace is just a thought away. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your guides. Your guides love to help you. I feel like one more wants to come out. Like an eagle, it is your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fall. And I also wanted to say, do not fear that you will fail. Okay? So for whoever this resonates with, interesting. Okay, my pile 7s, that is it for you. If I resonate with you and you want a personal reading, my email is down below, okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful day.